Hey guys, we're back with Jeff and some more Rotel goodness, this time from the CI or Custom Install arena.
So pay no attention to the logo on the shirt. We had, switching them out daily, so we're down to project today.
We're all friends here, it's all good.
Exactly, and that's the wonder of the group, right? We've got all these great brands under one. What we're here to talk about now are two really cool distribution amplifiers from Rotel, the C8 and C8 Plus.
Oh, cool.
So a lot of systems, you need the ability to send multiple sources to multiple locations. So in this case, this is a very simple 4-in, 4-out matrix type switch amplifier built into a really excellent 8-channel Class AB power amplifier.
Oh, wow.
So we have 8 independent 50-watt channels that are capable of putting out 75 watts into 4 ohms. So plenty of power to do most distributed audio loudspeakers. Any of those 4 independent zones can be fed any of 4 sources. So I can do one source to all 4, a separate source to each of these, however we like to set it up.
Cool.
Very cool functionality. All of this can be very easily controlled from the front panel. Most custom integrators aren't going to do that. They're going to use a sophisticated control system.
Right.
So we do have IP control or RS-232 control available, but we find that in some really simple systems at bars and restaurants especially, those remotes always get lost. So it's really nice to be able to have full functionality, volume, source selection, power state, all that just from the front panel.
Oh, excellent.
2 rack unit size chassis, massive power transformer, a Rotel hallmark, the big toroids that we use and everything, and real Class AB Rotel amplification. So the way we really describe this is approximately a $2,600 product, and this is the equivalent of having 4 of our hi-fi integrated amplifiers in one chassis.
Ah, okay.
So that's really the sort of design. So instead of having to pick up, 4 $800 or $1,100 amplifiers, you can incorporate that all into one simple chassis. Very, very easy to use.
Nice.
C8 Plus, visually identical, but under the hood, there's a big difference. Double the amplifier power. So we have 8 by 100 watts, 150 watts into 4 ohms.
Okay.
In addition to the 4 analog inputs, this also adds 4 digital inputs.
Ah, all right.
So let's say you've got a streaming source, that Sonos or Blue Sound type device, the output from a cable box, a digital device like a CD player. You could use either analog, stereo, or digital stereo inputs.
Nice.
Let's take a quick look around back and I'll show you.
That.
In the event you need a little more power, amplifiers can also be bridged. So we can get up to 300 watts per channel to drive a single larger set. Both line in, so here's your inputs for your various sources. A line out, which can be used to daisy chain multiple devices.
Right.
So let's say you wanted to share 4 sources out to 8 or 16 or 32 zones, you can just keep looping out to additional amplifiers.
Wow.
Because this is a custom integration product, a locking Phoenix style connector is used for the speaker terminals. Really simple. So it's one of my favorite things that we've built actually, because it not only can perform really well as an effect channel, let's say you've got a Dolby Atmos system and you need a slim, very good performing amplifier for that, great. Or can certainly be used to drive an entire bar or restaurant or other commercial setting for when you need distributed audio.
Very cool. So
there's CI. The other big offerings are 2 brand new home theater amplifiers.
2 new home theater amplifiers?
Oh, and they're beasts.
Shut my mouth. Oh my goodness.
The first here is our RMB 1587 Mark II. Absolutely massive 7-channel power amplifier. This is the first time that Rotel has put 7 Class AB amplifier channels in one chassis. We very conservatively rate this at 150 watts by 7 into 8 ohms, 220 into 7 into 4. And a lot of the reason for that is 2 massive toroids. These huge transformers take current from the wall, deliver it to a bank of filter caps, and then make that available to these individual Class AB amplifiers.
This is something for crazy people.
It's wonderful. So if you've got a big rack of big loudspeaker and you want to get better performance, this is a great way to do it.
Now, are these feet on the back?
Just there so that if you're pushing it back into a rack,
okay, I got it.
It's not going to damage your connectors. It also makes it a little easier when you're trying to get this beast out of the carton. It weighs in at about 83 pounds.
Jeez,
so this is a lift with a friend type product.
That's so cool.
One of my favorite favorite applications for both of these home theater amps. In many cases, we find a client that already has a home theater receiver that has preamp outputs. It's a great processor, but it usually has a fairly anemic amplifier.
Right.
So by adding a larger amplifier, we now can get way better performance with your loudspeakers.
Oh, man.
And because we do have both RCA and XLR inputs, we're compatible with just about anything you want to connect
it the biggest heart transplant you could probably give it.
Absolutely.
An old receiver. Wow, that's just gorgeous. My gosh.
And if you don't need 7 channels, we just introduced a brand new 5-channel amplifier, the R&B 1585 Mark II. Very cool, same power supply, but because we're only driving 5 channels, we rate this at 200 watts into 8 ohms, and a staggering 340 watts, all channels driven into 4 ohms.
That's nice.
So unbelievable amount of reserve current, great product, and it has a very cool feature that really plays into using it as a home theater or AVR upgrade. There's a switch here labeled biamp. What this biamp does is it routes the input signal from channel 1 to amplifiers 1 and 2, and routes the input signal from input 5 to outputs 4 and 5. So let's say you've got a large biamp capable front speaker in your home theater environment. This could really easily connect one set of XLRs or RCAs to the amplifier, flip the switch, take those jumpers out of your big tower speaker, and now you have, depending on the system, 340 watts on tap to drive the mids and highs, and an additional 340 to drive the bass.
For those of you who are especially sadistic hi-fi listeners, that would be just a killer thing to buy.
So our perfect recommendation would be, of course, use the 1585 Mark II for your front stage, your left, center, right, and then the 7-channel to drive your effects speakers.
But of course.
Absolutely.
Oh, man.
So just some massive, really exciting new amplifiers.
If you're going to go all the way, man.
So R&B, these are both shipping today.
Okay.
The 5-channel variant is at $4,100, $4,199.
Okay.
And the 7-channel amplifier, the 1587 Mark II, is $4,399.
Wow. Those are just, wow. Those are cool. Those are really phenomenal and cool, man.
I can tell you, they're a whole lot better once you get them installed in the rack.
Right.
I'm not looking forward to teardown.
No, so, I bet. No, my gosh. I hope you still have a lot of friends left here to help you tear down, man.
We will.
Jeff, thank you so much, man. This is really, really cool stuff.
Yeah, my pleasure.
We hope you guys have a great rest of the show.
All right. Thanks, Carla. Great to see you.
It's great to see you too.